during this week. But outside of World Tour, there was something very special being announced, a bit out of nowhere, honestly, is that Trackmania 2020 is going to be coming on Steam. And this was something that most people have been really wanting when basically the game was announced. And what do you guys think of like finally it coming on Steam? Of course, it's not gonna be that big of a deal for people who already play the game, but for the growth of the game, I feel like it's gonna be a very big thing. What your guys' thoughts on it?
I feel like, well, as a person who has every single game on the desktop as a shortcut, I have no feeling of making a difference. It's still gonna go through Uplay launcher. Putting up Steam to click on play to go to Uplay launcher sounds to me like a hassle. People, get your games on desktop as a shortcut. Less trouble. Click. Game. Computer does it for you. Boom, bam, done. Problem solved.
Yeah, but
To me.
for example, for me, like I'm new to this, right? I like a year into this. I feel like this is a pretty big step, to be honest. I mean, for the well, how do you say it? For the reach, like so many more people like are using Steam than Uplay and Epic. Then I feel like this will be definitely a big step. Like I'm thinking of switching.
Well, we'll
I
see
mean,
how you can convert it though, because in theory, what's a good thing at least since it goes through like either if you use jump from Epic to Uplay or Ubisoft Connect, how is it now, or like from other things, at least you can then still have your profile. At least that's how it worked for Rainbow Six. Like I bought like Rainbow Six through Ubisoft Connect, and then I tried to convert it to Steam, and it was like I kind of kept my progress and everything, so at least that's fine in that sense. But we'll have to see how Trackmania converts to this. How will the subscription model convert this to this? I saw a lot of people were happy because they have something in their Steam wallet, and then I can, get the game. So I feel like this could potentially, in theory, could also give a lot more accessibility for people who have standard or club accesses. So it's not just people. I mean, of course, the game will probably appear on the free selection if they're starter, which is a really good thing for like the depth of the player base. But we'll see how everything's working in practice since it's coming really soon. Actually, it's in
I
10
mean, yeah,
days, so that's also kind
it
of
is very
crazy.
soon, yeah. Yeah, and it's a good point in chat as well in Fuber. Just a fun fact that now the in-game hours are tracked properly as well, so you don't have to rely on Ubisoft hours being tracked. So if you're gonna start with Steam now, perfect time. You know exactly how many hours you're gonna get as well. But with the Steam thing, the biggest positive I will say that I enjoy is the fact that with the Steam, it's now that it's available on every major platform that is relevant. You have Steam, Uplay, and Epic, and on Steam, you only had like the older versions of the game. And I've heard a lot of those cases where people buy the wrong game or get the wrong game. I mean, now you can't really go wrong. If you still get the wrong version, I mean, there's probably a bit bigger issues at hand, but now there isn't any excuse that it gets confused. There's now gonna be the new game on all of the three big platforms: Epic, Uplay, or Ubisoft Connect, and Steam. So
Yeah,
it
so
solves that issue as well.
yeah, hopefully there's gonna be no less Reddit posts. I bought Trackmania Turbo on Steam. Why I can't have play couple a day as virtual? I think there's gonna be a bit less people like that now popping up on Reddit or people asking, "Is this game on Steam?" Yes, it is finally. Yeah, the answer changes now. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
at least a positive in that sense. And I think one of the main things is that, like I myself or other games, like I kind of actually do also look at Steam myself. For example, I was like myself, I really like Tekken, and honestly, if it wasn't on Steam, I would not probably buy the game. And I feel like if this is a thing that comes from other player, but I mean, this time I have a massive Trackmania bias, of course. That's why I could like get it. But on other franchises where I'm not as invested, I was like, okay, it's not on Steam, then I will pass. I had kind of my bias myself, and I feel like this kind of thing, especially when there's like the Steam sales happening, people buying, I think it can massively snowball things. I don't think it will be the same player numbers as Rainbow Six, I would say, or Rocket League at first, but I feel like this might at least launch the possibility to kind of go in that place a bit.
That is for sure, for sure. That is definitely what I think as well. Marcel, do you think that we will have an influx of couple-of-day players as well now, or do you feel like that won't change as much?
I mean, I think the Steam is a pretty big gateway for new people to come in. Uh, it's always something. It's always like a new stream of people that maybe weren't aware before or didn't really want to go through the hassle of making new accounts on different platforms. So I think it's a good gateway to make to bring more people into Cup of the Days, but also like maybe all of the game, not only Cup of the Days. But maybe we'll have some new records of player involvement.